What is this? Where am I?
This is a game. Easy level. Please pick a question and answer it.
Okay. Journal number 6. Reflect on why Rizal highlighted the story of a math in the last chapter of his Memorias. What was the message intended by Rizal through this story? Is the moral of the story still applicable for today's generation? What was the light symbolize? My answer is, Jose Rizal highlighted the story of math because from this story, we can see and visualize the good and moral values and it teaches us about all the points. Basically, it has numerous moral life lessons, including listening to our elders who are more experienced than us, never tell a lie throughout our life, never give up in our painful times as it makes us stronger. Question number 2. Journal number 12. Reflect on the status of women in the Philippines. What are the challenges faced by women in the Philippines because of their gender? Are women's rights properly observed in the Philippines? This is a hard question, but this is my answer. Empowering women is the most effective way to reduce fertility rates and achieve a sustainable population size that respects the limits of Earth's carrying capacity. The number of years a woman has spent in education is usually inversely correlated with the number of children she will bear in her lifetime. Next question. Journal number 5. Reflect on the importance of a person's context and his or her awareness of the various problems in the society. What are the different problems in your community today? How do these problems affect your daily life? How can these problems be addressed by an ordinary student or a citizen? Okay, my answer is, the importance of a person's context in our society is the ability of a system or system component to gather information about its environment at any given time and adapt behaviors accordingly. Different problems in our society now are education, ethnic bias, cultural factors, social norms, gender, food preferences, religion, attitude, language, and by understanding and addressing the social factors, you can increase your chances of resolving issues over the long term by getting of the root causes. Yes, for the last question. Journal number 10. Reflect how can you put up your own organization. Do you have what it takes to envision a greater goal? Do you have a greater good of the people of a heart? How is your vision any different in results times today's generation? So my answer is, today's younger generation is no exception. In addition to the monumental task of learning and living by the life and works of Rizal, they contend with the older generation who constantly reminds them how overly pampered they are, how they won't be able to survive the future, how unprepared they are for life. Thank you for the easy level.
for the hard question.
Okay, okay. Pero what is this? If you are willing to go back to your present life, you must answer all the question in the box. Okay, I try. First question, describe Rizal's vision of the youth throughout his career. Has his vision already come true with today's youth? For me, yes. First of all, focus on your goals. Fighting injustice in society was Rizal's sole motto. Night and day, all he dreamed of was to free fellow Filipinos. Rizal became a leader of the reformist movement called A Propaganda. I think Rizal's vision already come true with today's youth. Question number 2. How the youth connected to nation building? Is it a burden or a civic duty? How can history contribute to the process of nation building? Okay, for me, the role of the youth in the nation building is crucial. They are problem solvers, have a positive influence on the other young and the nation, and are extremely ambitious. They have the ability to create an identity for themselves and move the nation forward. Question number 3. Give a specific work of Rizal that really caught your interest. Explain why you choose this work. For me, No Limitang Hire. Because this novel exposed the ills of Philippine society during the Spanish colonial era and awakened the mind of Filipinos to fight for the freedom. Okay, for the last question. Is it still relevant to study the life, works, and writings of Dr. Rizal up to present? For me, yes, because it inputs knowledge towards the independence of the Philippines. He chose to fight for the country through the knowledge and the power of letters. He noticed the continued suffering of his countrymen at the hands of the Spaniards and sought to put an end to this situation. Thank you. I know, I know that Jose Rizal is our national hero.